Welcome to Catchy Cartoons. Today's video is the fourth installment of my Animals of the Alphabet series. And what is the fourth letter of the alphabet? Why, it's D, of course, and today D is for donkey. And for the younger viewers out there who may just be learning their ABCs, I hope you enjoy watching this donkey drawing come to life. So let's get drawing. We'll begin by sketching in a circle for the head, an oval for the eye, and place the iris on the left side of the eye, as we want our donkey to be looking into the camera. This makes the drawing more engaging for the viewer. We'll give her a smallish muzzle, and let's have her braying. For those of you who may not know, braying is just the fancy word for hee-hawing. You know, that delightful sound that donkeys make. So we'll drop her chin as we draw the mouth wide open. She should have large teeth for chomping on lots of carrots. I'll indicate a center line down the muzzle. This will help place the nostrils. We'll draw in the back of the neck, sketch in the tongue, and add some teeth. As you must have noticed by now, I've done some serious jumping back and forth between different elements. This is because I'm taking a new approach to the drawing today. Instead of starting with the usual simple shapes and forms, I'll be using a more intuitive method and drawing straight ahead to create the ruff. So let's do a bit more jumping now as we draw in a long, thin ear and then move on to the mane. This intuitive method can certainly add spontaneity to your drawing, as you don't always know where you're going or how you might get there, as is evidenced by my jumping back and forth just now. It's fun, but if you're not careful, this method can also lead to some very wonky drawing. Wonky donkey, anyone? Now we'll sketch in a fairly small body. I want the donkey to have a 3/4 front bias towards the camera, as that makes it more interesting than your typical run-of-the-mill side angle. Now, we'll just stop here and draw in the color separation line for the donkey's underside. The neck will meet the body here. No, here? Well, that's intuitive drawing for you. We'll add a center line through the body to emphasize the sag of her belly and to help place the front legs. We'll give her short, thin legs with tiny hooves and a fairly strong muscle structure above her elbows. We'll add a little character to the back legs by angling the line in towards the hocks and back out towards those little hooves. How does she stand up on those? And we'll finish the ruff by giving her a big brush at the end of her tail. As you can see, this intuitive or straight ahead approach produces a more finished drawing than the simple shapes and forms method. Now, it may not be a very good drawing, but it is definitely more finished. So, if you feel like you need to work on it more, the best thing is to stop, step back, and have a look at it. You'll soon see where you're going wrong, if you're going wrong, that is, and then you can go back in and tweak the things that are bothering you. But even though your drawing may now look ready for cleanup, there's still some fine-tuning to be done in the tie-down stage. So we'll make the eye a bit bigger and give a hint of the upper lid. Adjust the shape of the cheek, lay down the bridge of the nose, and as I'm still intuitively drawing here, I'm going to jump from the head to the brow and then back to the muzzle. It's all part of feeling your way through the drawing. How are you doing? Are you keeping up? We'll give the muzzle a bit more shape and add more dimension as we wrap the mouth around the teeth. If you've ever seen a donkey braying, you would have noticed how they pull their lips way back to expose those big chompers. Make the chin smaller and finish off the mouth. Bang down the nostrils and start to add details to the mouth as we define the teeth, tongue, and gums. As always, stay loose during the tie-down stage. You're still searching for those shapes and forms. We'll make the right ear a touch wider. Excuse the strange happenings here as I work on the mane. Technical difficulties, otherwise known as my drawing. We'll create a little form through the chest and neck area and continue through her belly and then back up to the mane. We'll give the belly more weight with a little sag to the back and raise the back end up just a bit. Now, even though this next area of the drawing won't be cleaned up, I still like to work out how and where I want the neck to join the body, as it always helps your drawing to have an understanding of a character's anatomy. I think the colour separation for the underside could be a bit bigger. We'll thicken up the hind legs as we make them appear more sturdy. Make sure to take note of the contrasting shapes in the legs. We have a sweeping arc up the inner legs from the hooves, playing against two fairly straight lines that angle in towards the hocks and back out to the hooves. We'll make the front legs look stronger by adding more bulk to the muscles above the elbow. They are quite strong, you know, donkeys, as they do a lot of donkey work. Define the anatomy of the leg by drawing the knees and exaggerate the joint at the hooves. And I've created more contrasting shapes by essentially arcing the line inwards up towards the knee and out towards the shoulder. This will play against a relatively straight line from the elbow down to the hoof. We'll thicken up the tail and loosely rough in the hair. I'll just take a moment to check in with you here and hope that you're enjoying this video. If so, please hit the like button and do think about subscribing to my channel. Now that the donkey is taking form, we'll start to define the line in this second tie-down stage with small refinements and a darker, more committed line. As usual, we'll indicate the upper lid by making the line thicker at the top of the eye. Add some weight to the right side of the brow. I'm fairly happy with the shape of the head, but I'm going to adjust the shape of that muzzle just a bit. We'll commit to the mouth and give the teeth a little more definition. Add a little dimension to the inside of her ears by drawing the line on the right side under the line of the left. We'll give the belly a bit more shape by the hips. This will add more dimension to the drawing. Commit to the saggy back and round off her bottom just a touch. We'll push those knobbly knees, tidy up her hooves and back legs. Clarify that colour separation line. Finish off the mane as we indicate the hair. And tighten up the tail. We'll now sketch in what's known as the dorsal cross, or, as it's sometimes known, the Jerusalem cross that runs down her back and across her shoulders. This is a defining characteristic of a donkey and one which inspires many theories as to its origins. We'll add some tone to give the drawing a sense of finish, and our donkey is ready for her cleanup line. Now, take a break and once again step back. Have a good look. Is there anything that's bothering you? Now's the time to fix it before we move on to the final stage of the drawing process. This is when the clean and final line is applied. With our donkey being more traditional in design, we're going to apply a standard line. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time going through this stage. Just make sure to apply some nice thicks and thins to your line, as it will give the line life. We want to avoid a boring, bent wire looking line. As you're cleaning up, make sure to not trace the tie-down line exactly. A traced line can lead to a dead and uninteresting looking line, so just use it as your guide. Stay somewhat loose and apply smooth, confident strokes. Now that the donkey has been cleaned up, we can finally give her some colour. Because we don't want the cross on her back to be distracting, we're going to use a darker tone of the base colour, and I think this little donkey would look good in a chestnut brown. We'll use a very light tone of the chestnut for the rest of her body, and how about some lovely dark brown eyes? The mane and the brow will be the same colour as the cross. Dark brown hooves to ground the donkey. Then her mouth will be a brownish purple, as this will set off the tongue and the gums. And since donkeys aren't exactly known for brushing their teeth on a regular basis, we'll make them yellow. And our donkey is now complete. How did you do? Oof, that was a little more challenging, wasn't it? But you know, sometimes it's good to challenge yourself, as that's how you learn and improve your skills. Please hit the like button if this video helped you with your drawing. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more Animals of the Alphabet videos. Click on the bell button to be notified of the next Catchy Cartoons video. Please share with your friends and family and leave a comment. And why not send me your donkey drawing? I'd love to see it, wonky or not. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.